Hey y'all, I'm Kate with SaltyKatie.com, and I thought today I would do a quick flip through of my B6 Slim Jibun Techo. So I've been using this Jibun Techo for a little better than 6 months now, and just to give you some reference, I'm a full-time shop owner, so I manage my shops. I have 2 Etsy shops and a Shopify shop, several social media accounts, my regular personal life, day-to-day type stuff, and everything in between. And I've had a really good experience with the Jibun Techo in terms of having space enough to do all that. Here comes my cat. Damn. I don't know what it is. I don't know if he hears me talking in the other room and then just shows up or what it is, but here he comes. So, everybody say hey to Puddin'. Puddin', you bad kitty. Anyway, so, if you're anything like me when you first get into, excuse me, there we go. When you first get into a planner, you may like it or not like it, but you don't know if it's really gonna like stick or last or whatever. Let me tell y'all, I have been using this Jibun Techo for the entire year. I started using it in either November or December of 2018, and I have used it every day since. I found it to be really, really good. So, come on, Biggie. I'm trying to show these people what I got going on here. Big kitty. Let's see. So, I hadn't updated that yet. I haven't used this, which is like a perpetual calendar, and I've not filled out any of this junk in the beginning. I do have my color code here and a pen test page, which I've referenced that a whole bunch just for my own. Fatty, can you move along, big kitty? Go ahead. Go on, you little turd. Good freaking grief. I am so sorry, y'all. And I ain't cutting it out either because this is my real life. And most of this stuff in the beginning, I've not used at all. I started to use the habit tracker, but then I was so put off by how ugly it was, I don't think I really did again. And then I started again in January and didn't use it. So I've given up on that whole habit tracking thing, at least for now. So I have used the crap out of the monthly. If you can tell, it's all color coded. So hot pink is email, this dark pink is YouTube, the purple is Instagram, blue is going to be Facebook or the light blue, and then gray is my personal stuff. I find that, let me bring it up close so you can see the little grids. Okay, so you can see that there's a grid in each of the little monthly boxes, and so you get, if you use each one as a line, there are plenty of spaces for you to fill out all kind of stuff in the monthly. Because this for me was originally, I thought, I was really concerned because I went from the Passion Planner, the huge one, down to the Pro, and then now down to this, and I was super concerned that I just wouldn't have room enough to do everything I needed. But as you can tell, it's well used and I do have the space. I mean, it's not so, there's still 3 spaces in almost each one of these days that I could add additional stuff. So I was like really pleasantly surprised at how much information I could fit on one of these months. And then one of the other items I've been using with this are these mini post-it notes, which are sized exactly for this Jibun Techo. I've used those quite a bit. You can see how well those stand out if you need to really highlight something. So those have been super useful. But this is basically everything I could think to put on a monthly. It still fits, and it's still super useful. So I've really, really enjoyed that. And then there's still room you know, outside the actual monthly grid here, and all along here to add other stuff, extra stuff. You could do a monthly to do. You could do, I've got some follower numbers down here that I was tracking. I finally hit 10,000 followers on Instagram, and I was like, oh my God, finally. Anyway, so yeah, you can see that this monthly has been, I mean, the evidence is right there. It has been super, super useful to me, and I've just really, really enjoyed it. Another thing that I've been using a lot are these Jibun Techo mini post-it notes, and they are super tiny. I'm sorry, y'all. Life of a cat owner. Let me see if I can get it. Here we go. Super tiny little post-it notes. These are absolutely excellent if you need to cross something out, or if you need to be able to move something from day to day. Like when I'm content planning for YouTube, sometimes I get a little over ambitious and I'm not able to publish that many videos. But this cat, I swear to God, he has ignored me all day, and as soon as I sit down to film. Anyway, I can pick these up and move them around super easy, and if I need to, cover up some stuff that I've messed up. So I find those super useful. These are also by size as well, because the Jibun Techo comes in an A5 Slim and a B6 Slim, and so the post-it notes are sized to fit those two different sizes as well. So that's the monthly. Really, really, really have enjoyed that. And I fill it up as long as I know what's going on. I mean, as soon as I know what's going on, I go on and fill it in. I don't wait. This is not meant to be a pretty planner. It is meant to be like super functional. And the other thing I did has been pretty useful is I covered up one of my unused weeks, because this actually started in November and I didn't get it that quickly. I want to say I actually started using it in December. And so there was a sample week in the front that I could have used, but it's actually this. It says weekly plan, but it's actually missing all this crap down at the bottom that I find so useful. So I just used one of my unused weeks, laid out my schedule. This is super helpful if you work for yourself, because you can just kind of do, okay, what do I need to get done this week? And bingo. I mean, there it is. My Instagram posts are laid out, Facebook posts are laid out, my film and edit schedule's laid out, new releases are laid out. You get my drift. Now this, I had started doing some time tracking in this, but it was taking too long to do all that, and I just don't, sometimes I don't have the attention span for this kind of crap, so I abandoned that. So let's get to what the weeks look like. Here they are. It's kind of a hot mess, but super satisfying to look at. I do color code using these mild liners. I have been using them for ages. Absolutely love them. So I use blue for work, gray for personal stuff, you know, pink for emails, dark pink for YouTube, that kind of thing. So you can see that even when my days are really full, there's still a whole bunch of extra room down here, a bunch of extra room down here. It's just really worked really well and still left me extra space if I need to add in other stuff. You'll see these little pink squares on each week. That's me covering up my revenue for a week, because I just draw in a little box there and then list out my revenue from Monday through Sunday of every week. And I think that's the only thing I've covered up in this planner. Here's another week. There's plenty of room on the side where my to-do list, work and personal. Here's all my social media crap down here at the bottom. And then everything else is just color coded. And man, it works really, really good. So up here in the top row, I put what I'm supposed to be doing that day. This was all production. And then this I split between shipping and errands, and then Sunday is supposed to be my day off. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. I find that super useful for staying on task as well. You know, Monday morning I get up, it says production on there. I know what I'm doing. That was another thing that I found super helpful in the Passion Planner, which I used every day, was that space that it said something like today's focus or whatever. Super, super useful. And so that's how my weeks turned out. And then sometimes if I had something happening all the way across the week, I would use some little bit washi tape, but for the most part, it's just black pen and those mild liners. So let's talk pens for a minute. My very favorite pen is this High-Tech C Coletto 5. It is a 5-color multi pen deal here. It's got gel ink. I absolutely love the way this pen looks. I like the way it loads. The only issue is that it does what do you call that? It does good grief, smear. Jesus. Sorry, y'all. Apparently I'm having a day. It does smear when you pass mild liner on top of it. See how it's a little smeary there? The ink is nice and black, which I really, really like, but it does smear. So for the first several months, I used this pen. It's a 0.4 because I wanted something really pretty darn small, because the little squares in this planner are so small. So I use this for forever, but if you're going to use a highlighter, it will smear, and it does take longer to dry on this Jibun Techo paper. It's that slickery, thin paper. And so what I started using was this Uni Jetstream 0.38, and it is a ballpoint pen, which I usually do not prefer to use a ballpoint pen in my planner, truth be told. However, there's no bleeding. So you can see let's see if I can show you the difference. So on this here, there is no bleeding whatsoever because it's a ballpoint pen. So, but if I was going to use a ballpoint pen, these are my favorite, Uni Jetstream. And then I've also got this Uni Jetstream 3 that I've been using. The only thing is, what I need to find out is if they have different color refills. I don't think it's meant to be refillable, because who uses blue and red ink? I mean, so ugly. But anyway, those are the pens that I've been using lately, and I've really enjoyed those. But you can see here, for the most part, every week I have been using the crap out of this planner. And matter of fact, there was a giant cluster on that day. I know that because I wrote it out. Yeah, you can see, well, now here's a week where I didn't do much. I think I had some personal drama happening that week, and I just couldn't deal with it. Oh, there was a cruise for here and here, so I missed some work in my planner there. But as you can tell from seeing this and from what I've got to say, I love this planner. So useful. Space for anything and everything you'd want to do. Really interesting. Now here was a rough week. Nothing. Nothing. Oh man, I never touched it. That's probably for two reasons. I either had something going on, or I just sewed jelly all week long. So yeah. Anyway, if you're looking for a planner that is going to have space for you to do everything, I mean, I know this sounds counterintuitive because it is just a B6 Slim, and it's not one of those big, huge, Erin Condren size or Happy Planner size planners, but I have never been as functional in one of those types of planners as I have in this. There's something about the little grid lines. I don't know, it just works out really, really, really well for me. So anyway, that's what my sweet look, when I love the way the pages sound too. So anyway, there's my little Jibun Techo. As you can tell, I freaking love it. This is actually a brand new B6 Slim traveler's notebook I made for myself out of some Horween suede. I am actually going to be switching out some of these inserts in the back, and I'm going to do a brand new B6 Slim traveler's notebook setup on the next video. And I'm also going to do a week's traveler's notebook flip. And I've got a fitness planner I'm setting up right now. I'm going to end up showing y'all. So if you want to see some more planner content, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification so you get notified every time I upload. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope to see you again real soon. Bye.